Here at WKNC, we have a huge CD library, and today we're going to be taking a little tour. I want to show y'all some of the coolest stuff we have. Starting where you first walk in, we've got the After Hours section. This is mainly electronic music of various sorts. There's a lot of good stuff in here, and I have a really soft spot in my heart for physical media of electronic, I guess, digital music. To pick something out in particular, we've got a remix album of the Tron Legacy soundtrack. Around the corner is our underground section. This is predominantly rap and hip hop. And towards the end of the section, we've actually got some sound effects CDs. That was something I was not expecting to find when I first got hired at WKNC. Multiple digital encyclopedias of sound effects. Down below there, we've got a bunch of CDs for Hippie Hour, which is a segment we actually don't really do anymore. But I guess if that's a thing a ton of people wanted, we could bring it back. Although it would probably make more sense as a specialty section. Below that, we've got the start of our roots section. We'll get back to that in a minute. And this whole area here is kind of just general Americana. Towards the bottom, we've got some new metal stuff. Below that, we've got a couple rows of Latin music, which is really cool to see. And then finally over here, this big wall is a majority of our roots music. Up top of the next shelf, we've got a bunch of punk stuff. We've actually got, I think, 4 rows of it. It keeps going. And then below that, we've got the grunge and alt section, followed by some reggae, which I also had no clue was here before I became a DJ. And based off this shelf, I think there's some ska around here too. We take a bit of a turn below that with some industrial stuff. And then in a little pocket here, we've got some old DAs, donor announcements, back when they were physical. Going around the corner past these awkwardly leaning shelves, we get to my favorite section, the local section. All of the music here is from predominantly Raleigh or North Carolina as a whole. Mostly Triangle stuff though, and we have a huge collection of it. It is, I think, my favorite thing in the station in general. It's really cool looking through and getting to see bits and pieces of music history in the area. And I also like that it's not just a couple little rows, but it's a whole wall of local music. It's really cool. Beneath that, we've got arena rock, and unsurprisingly, we don't have that much of it. Onto the next wall, we've got our Chainsaw CDs. For those that don't know, Chainsaw is our metal block, and since it's kind of a core block to our programming, we've got a lot. It even extends onto the next wall. It's historically been a really important part of our station, and I'm glad that we still have all the CDs from it. Wrapping around the corner, we get to start our biggest section, daytime rock. This is any kind of rock music that doesn't explicitly fit into any of the other categories we have, and this is the main time blocks that we have. So if you tune in the middle of the day, or most mornings or evenings, really anytime I think between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. most days of the week, you're probably gonna hear daytime rock. This is also what a majority of our DJs specialize in. So it's kind of like the core of our station. And we have a lot. We have 6 nearly full shelf units of just daytime rock music, and it makes sense. It's the most played thing. Going out towards the entrance, we can see a bunch of random stuff. A majority of this is just stuff that people pulled out and never put back. Some of this stuff's actually pretty interesting. I like looking through and seeing what was more recently pulled out. Our DJs do now mostly use digital files. We've got a whole system for it. It's a lot less fun than actually using CDs, but it does give us a lot more storage space and a lot more access to a lot more music. Anyone can send in music for us to play, and a lot of people do. If you have music that you'd like to submit, you can submit it through our forum at wknc.org/music. Or if you just want to listen to the music, you can tune in to WKNC 88.1 FM HD1 in the Raleigh, North Carolina area. And for our global audience, you can go to wknc.org/listen to hear our web stream. We've also got an app. Hope you enjoyed the tour.